We're in 2 Corinthians chapter 9 this morning. On that page in the bulletin with your notes, there's two guiding questions that I thought would really help us this morning that I'd like to ask you to write down with me. Here's the first question. What caused the Christians in Jerusalem to glorify God and be thankful? Second question is this, also in your notes. What can we learn? What can we learn from the Corinthians to be thankful ourselves and encourage thanksgiving in others? So the first thing that we see in the Corinthians that prompted the Jerusalem church to be thankful was Roman numeral 1 in your notes. It's readiness. They were ready. And Paul says they were ready. And he, in fact, encourages them to be ready when he shows up so they won't be embarrassed, which I think is appropriate. The word readiness, maybe in your translation that you're reading this morning, says eagerness to help. Same word. Readiness is eagerness. Number 2 in your notes is generosity. Look at verse 7. Each one must give as he has decided in his heart, not reluctantly or under compulsion, because you have to. God loves a cheerful giver. So Kelly, a few weeks ago, talked about giving and New Testament principles with regard to giving, and here they are again. Paul is revisiting them. And here are just 5 words I ask you to just to jot down by way of review, because we forget. I forget too. 5 words to jot down about giving. Are you ready? Here we go. I'm going to say them twice. Willing. Our giving should be willing, regular, proportionate, generous, and sacrificial. Third, in your notes, service. Service. Service prompts thanksgiving. It prompts worship. It prompts rejoicing. It's not that we do good works and God loves us. It's that God loves us and we do good works. That's the economy of God. Lastly this morning, number 4 in your notes. Readiness is number 1. Number 2, generosity. Number three, service. All these things prompted thanksgiving. We can learn from their example. And number 4 is grace. The grace of God. The grace of God produces longing and closeness in God's family. If you know how much you have received God's grace, how much you need God's grace, you'll be quick to give it to other people.